Hey, what's up everyone? Hello, not just developers. Welcome to a new live stream, and today we're gonna continue with our Signal clone, implementing even more features, even more advanced and exciting features. So we have a lot of things to do today. All right, so first of all, hi to everyone who is in chat, and let me introduce the plan for today. If you are joining this video and you don't know about our project, we are building here a Signal clone, and we already have on the channel 4 videos on the Signal clone. In the first video we have covered the user interface, second video we have covered backend, third video we covered more advanced features like audio messages, GIFs, not GIFs, we covered emojis, and what else? And sending photos as messages. And in the previous week, we have covered even more features like user online, offline status, and ability to display when was the user last seen online. This is a common feature in a lot of messaging and social media applications. And it was interesting to implement it. Then we have covered the message status, and here we implemented sent, delivered, and seen or read. And again, this is also a common feature in a lot of messaging applications. So the next step was message replies, ability to reply to a message and to display it in the UI in a way that is clear to what message you're replying. So that was previous week. In this week, we are gonna continue with features like groups, ability to create groups with more people, to have an admin who will be able to kick people from the group, to invite more people, and so on. Pagination, this is quite boring but very important feature in order to be able to load more messages when you scroll, or to load more users again when you scroll, and so on. Also deleting messages, very important part in a lot of applications, and it's not very difficult, so we might manage to do it in this video. Message reactions, like liking a message or giving a heart or something like that. Also interesting feature. And also one idea which, depending on how you will vote in a moment, we will implement or not. And these are GIFs using the GIF API. I have never used GIF API, but I'm quite interested in learning how it works. So first of all, let me create the poll, and to understand what should we start with, as we did previous time. So first one is going to be groups. Oh, not here. Groups. Then we have pagination, and let's say also delete message. I'll put them together because I can only add 4 options. Then we have message reactions. Come on. And the last one is GIFs. Okay, let's see what you'd like to see. And for everyone who is new on this channel, you're welcome here. I'm a full stack developer. My name is Vadim, and on this channel I'm trying to share my experience and knowledge when it comes to full stack development, and more specifically mobile development. We have created a lot of clones on this channel of applications that you probably are using every day, like WhatsApp, Uber, Airbnb, Instagram, and I think 16 more. So if you're interested and if you are learning mobile development, check them out, and also subscribe to the channel not to miss any future videos. We are going live every Friday at the same time. So yeah, better be subscribed because a lot of you are not. I'm looking in your eyes. All right, so what else? Prerequisites. If you want to follow along, you can download the assets from this URL. You already know if you have followed our videos. I will include the updated bundle with this PDF and so on, so you can download it from here. Also AWS account to host our backend. And yeah, this is part 5. So if you want to follow part 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, check them out on my channel. And yeah, I would recommend you starting from there to have an idea of the project structure, where we are at the moment, and how we are going to implement the next features. But also you can start from this point without following the other parts by cloning the repository from here. And if we open the repository, I have created a separate branch that will keep the code that we will start today. So if you are gonna go to the part 4 branch, this is the branch that will contain all the code that we have finished in part 4. Now is part 5. We start from here and we will implement more features. So make sure to start from here. I'm gonna open the project in my VS Code and I'm gonna do git checkout part 4. And then I can do git pull to make sure that git pull origin part 4 in order to make sure that they have everything. Yes. Okay, so once we are all on the same page, let me start the application, npm start. This will open our developer tools for Expo, and from here we can run it on our simulator device, your, I don't know, Tetris, pager, whatever you have. I'm running it on iOS simulator because on my machine it works a bit faster. So let's wait. Hey guys, how are you doing today? Let's see. People want a referral system. All right, I'm gonna add it. That's a very interesting topic, to be honest. I should make sure to add it to our list. So let's do it right now. Referral system, yeah, that's a referral system. All right. Have a good live stream. Thank you very much. A referral system. Yep. I thought the app already had the ability to scale chats for many users. Yes, exactly. Our application is almost there when it comes to using groups. So we design it in a way that it does not limit at the moment from the data perspective and from the backend perspective, only 2 people joining the chat room. We made it in a way so a lot of people, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 100 people can join a chat room. And we did that with the flexibility in mind to make sure that we can very easily add support for groups. So what we're gonna do in terms of groups in this video is adding the admin abilities, where only the admin can, the person who created the group can add more users, he can remove users from a chat room and so on. And also most of the things from the UI standpoint, like to connect everything, the ability to add more and see all the members and so on. So that's the part for the groups. Hi Vadim, love from Sri Lanka. Hello. Glad to be here. Charged. Yes, we have our coffee. Let's go. All right, so let's see what. Yeah, groups has 53%. So most probably we're gonna start with groups. Then what do we have here? Pagination, delete messages, message reactions, and GIFs. Okay, so most people are not interested in GIFs. It was only me, probably. Maybe I can do a separate video about GIF API. I don't know. So yeah. All right, so here we have our application as it is right now. Here we see a list of our chat rooms. So if I open a chat room here, we will see our chat with that user. So we have ability to write a message. We have ability to add some smiles in our messages. We can record sounds and send sound messages like this. Yes, it's there. We can play them back. We can send pictures. Basically, we can do a lot of things with this clone. Yeah, we integrated a lot of stuff here. We see the loading bar of sending the image, which is nice. Image pops up there. We see the status of a message, if it was delivered, red or red. Yeah, if it's one check mark, that means that it was delivered. However, if I'm gonna open this application on my phone, then you will see how the status automatically changes to red, because I'm gonna open it here. So I'm gonna let my phone to download everything, so later on I'm gonna show you. And also message replies. So for example, if you see a message like this, you can long press it, reply to, it appears here, and you can say, yeah, send, and this message will show up here as a reply. When it comes to styles, I think you can do better and implement these things to work, to look even better. But it's pretty much, it looks good in my opinion, and the most important is that it's working properly. So also we see that last seen online 7 days ago, and this is because with this account was used previous week when we did the live stream. That's why it's last seen 7 days ago. But when we are gonna open the project, it's gonna say last seen online, or the status was gonna be online. All right, use context. Okay, we'll see, like if we will need context, we will use it. Greetings from Mexico, hello. Hello there, is Flutter better than React Native? I don't have a lot of experience with Flutter, so I cannot be very objective for this answer, and I'm biased towards React Native. How about audio video calls? Regarding audio and video calls, I want to create a separate tutorial, and that's gonna come somewhere in future. And yeah, it's not gonna be part of a Signal clone. Maybe we're gonna use Signal as a base for that tutorial, but it's gonna be like a separate video. I really want to do that. Coinbase clone, please. Check out the 12-hour stream on my channel. There we have created a clone similar to, based on the Coinbase. So check out that video. All right, so let's get started. Let me arrange everything here, and then we can get started. Okay, like that. probably is good. So the first thing, let's open our AWS console to open Amplify and see what do we need for this group functionality for the groups. I'm gonna log in real quick there. One second. And yeah, here we have it. So let's go for Amplify here. Amplify. Make sure that you have selected the region in which you created the application, because otherwise you're not gonna see it here in the console. I'm using Ireland, but in your case it might be something different. So all applications, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna select Signal Clone here. And let's open Admin UI by pressing on this button. Do you reply to emails from your students? I'm trying my best to reply to all of you who are writing me in private. But from time to time, I miss some emails. It can happen. Or I add it to unread just because I need to get back to him. Like I want to help you, and then it just is getting lost in my emails. But yeah, try to reach out and I'm gonna try to help you. So first of all, let's look at our data model and how did we model these chat rooms that we have. So where is it? A chat room is nothing more than a database table in the middle that we have. And I did that nice diagram explaining how we are doing this. So the chat room is in the middle. Then we have our users on one side, and connecting a chat room with a user, because this is a many-to-many relationship, which means that one user can be part of many chat rooms, and one chat room can have multiple users. That's why it's a many-to-many. In this situation, we need a table in the middle that will make the connection between these two. And the table in the middle is our chat room user. Where is it? It is automatically created because I don't see it here. Yes, it's automatically created because we have this many-to-many relationship inside the user table with the chat rooms, and inside chat room we have where chat room users, also many-to-many. And if we look in our code, we are gonna see, for example, in the models, I'm not sure. Yeah, here we have chat room, we have user, and in between we have this chat room user that connects a chat room with a user. And if we look at them, it just contains IDs of a chat room and ID for a user. All right, so now to this schema supports automatically groups, because by just creating more chat room users, you add more users to a specific chat room. So if you have 2 chat room users, you're gonna have 2 users. Free. Hopefully that makes sense. So the only change, as I said here, would need to add the to limit only an admin to do some kind of actions, like deleting a user and so on. So in our case, a chat room now will have a relationship to a user. So a user, one chat room to one user. Yes, one chat room will have only one admin. or should it be more admins? I think we're gonna go for this use case to keep it simple. One chat room will have one user. And this is gonna be admin, the relationship name. And let's save it. Okay. One-to-one relationship. Okay, so what else? What else? A group besides users and so on will also probably have a name. I'm not sure if we're gonna implement this, but let's add the name for the group, because when it's two people in the group, you can display on the screen the username. But if it's more people, it's nice to have a name there. And also probably a banner, like an image URI. Again, not sure if I'm gonna use them, but let's prepare them because it's gonna take some time to deploy it. What else? Probably that's it. Let's try to save and deploy and wait until everything is being deployed. Love a new studio. Thank you. Hello, easy way out coding. So let's wait until everything is deployed here. But meanwhile, let's think about user interfaces and how we are gonna handle it. Yeah, we have a lot of work in this tutorial on the user interface, on how we will create this group, how we will add users, how we'll display the list of users in the group, the name, and so on. So what I think is going to be the best approach is whenever we press on this create new message, I think I saw that in Signal and WhatsApp, is to have a first option as create a group. So yeah, let me check on my phone. Whenever I try it here, yeah, the first one is new group. When you select, you have a list of users that you can select to add in that group. Okay, let's try doing that. So okay, source, where is it? This screen is our screens, users screens. So in the users, in the flat list, we are gonna have some components on top. So to do that, above all the items here, the flat list can accept top, how is it? Top component, header component, list header component. Yeah, list header component is gonna be, shall we create a new component or just code it here? Okay, let's create it as a new component. New group button or row or something like this. Button. Or not rendering it, but actually sending it here. So now we need to take this and implement it. All right, so let's go in our components folder and just keep it there. So I'm gonna create a new folder for new group button. And I'm gonna simply add here the index.tsx. And I'm gonna define the component right away here. React Native functional component, new group button. So yeah, our button is gonna be instead of a view is gonna be a pressable, because we need to get the clicks there. Come on. Yeah, because I messed up here. Pressable. And the text is gonna be new group. Let's save. Let's go to that screen. Can find a variable new group. Yeah, because we forgot to import it from here. Let's import new group button from components, new group button. Okay, and going back to that screen, I see here at the top, new group. All right. So let's add some styles there, right? Styles. Well, I'm gonna add here a view. Our row will gonna contain one icon and one text. So let's add the text inside the view. Let's import our view. Oh, I'm working nowadays both on a Windows and a Mac, and I'm getting confused with copy, shortcuts, and so on. And for the icon, let's do a quick search on icons.expo. And here, let's search for a group. Group. Yeah, from here will be good. Come on. And also let's import this font awesome from vector icons, which can be done here. Why do I have so many misclicks today? Not React. What the? Come on. You can do it. All right. So let's check that one. Okay. Let's now define the styles. Or for the sake of this, I'm gonna add some inline styles, just to keep going at a faster pace, because we have a lot of things to do today. So I want to display them in the same row. For that, we use flex direction row. Save. Should always go back to that group. Okay. Then this row will have some padding 10 because it is very cramped there. Okay, like this. It's gonna also align the text vertically. So justify content center. No, I meant align items. Center, perfect. And for the text style, first of all, margin left 10. And font weight, I want to do it as bold. New group. Here for the color, I want a gray probably because it takes too much. Color picker. Some gray like this. Yeah, that looks a bit better. And yeah, like from this design and style, I think that's good enough. Now, whenever we will press on this, whenever we will press on this, we are going to be able to select users out of one list. Okay, select users from a list. And I think that we are gonna use the same list of users to select this user that we want to add to our group, right? So yeah, I think that's gonna be the easiest part. First of all, let's have a look at our admin UI. The deployment status is successful. So let's grab the amplify pool command from here, go back to our terminal, open a new terminal by pressing on the plus sign here and pasting in the amplify pool command in order to get all the changes with our new admin functionalities from Amplify. So we're gonna wait a bit for this to complete. Let's end this poll. So what's going on there? Did we receive all the changes? What do you think? Was it actually updated? In the models. In the schema here, let's check what do we have there. The chat room. It should be something like this. Yeah, chat room fields. It has ID, it has new messages, last message, chat room users, and also admin. Yeah, it has the admin, which means that it was updated successfully. And yeah, probably it will have everything that we need. Okay, let's have a look a bit at the chat. 5:33. Vadim, I have watched your Uber clone video. In that you use AppSync. What is the difference with admin UI? Actually, there is not a lot of difference because admin UI is yet another layer on top of everything that we used before. So behind the scenes, we are still using AppSync. And yeah, we can go back to our admin UI here. Admin UI is just a user interface for creating our Amplify project. So instead of doing from the CLI, for example, Amplify add authentication or something like that, Amplify team made it even easier just by doing it from this dashboard. You go, for example, for authentication and you configure it. But the things that are here are the same as the CLI. So everything that you can do here, you can do it in CLI. But some things here are not ready yet. So for example, let's look at the storage. You cannot do a lot of things here. What it shows you how you can install them using CLI. Yeah, it shows you a link to the S3 bucket, for example. But with time, this dashboard is going to be very, very, very useful and easy to use. What the dashboard has and we didn't have before, and this is mostly the reason that I started using admin UI, is the content tab. From here, you can right away have a dashboard to manage all your content in your application without the need of developing a custom dashboard in, I don't know, React.js or something like that. You can come here, you see all the content, all the messages, for example, all the users. You can look at them. You can say that, okay, we need to ban this user, I don't know. And also you can add different users that will be able to access your admin UI and to manage your content here. So this is the difference. And yeah, when working with admin UI, we need to work with data store, just because admin UI is using data store to synchronize the data between the clients. So that's why nowadays we are using most of the time data store to be able to use admin UI. Hopefully that made sense. Hey Vadim, when are you releasing the course? So Robert, if you have bought the course during the pre-sale campaign, if you're part of the batch 0, the course is going to be the first modules, the first module and the second module is finished, is filmed. Now I'm waiting for the result from our video editor, and it's going to be available probably next week or the week after that. However, if you didn't join the course during the pre-sale campaign, the next time when you'll be able to enroll is going to be when the course is going to be fully finished, and that's most probably by the end of this year. So join the waiting list, and I'm going to make sure to send you an email when the enrollment is back on. Hey, Sky is saying that today is the first time joining the live stream. That's awesome. Welcome here, watching from Uganda. Oh, there are more people from Uganda, nice. From Netherlands, hello Mahir. What's the time in my place? In my place it's 3:38. Okay, guys, so let's continue. Data store versus DynamoDB, they do not compare with each other. We are using data store as a client library, and on the back we are using DynamoDB. But from our perspective as a front-end developer, or let's say when using Amplify, you don't work a lot directly with DynamoDB. We work with, for example, creating this data modeling here, creating the relationship here, but behind the scenes, everything is DynamoDB. And when you need some very custom functionality, for example, when we did authentication, we implemented some custom logic in Lambda function that was directly working with DynamoDB. So the database in our case is DynamoDB, and the library that we are using to query our API, to cache our data, and to synchronize the data from local cache with the data from the cloud is data store. Okay. Let's get back to business. So as I said, the next step is whenever I press new group, I should be able to select users from here. User item. Okay, let's think about how we can reuse some logic, what should be refactored, what should be changed, and so on. So one thing that I want to see is the user item right now, because user item has a function called onPress. Whenever we press on a user, it creates the chat room and it adds everything there. However, if we press new group, then we should switch to a different mode, and pressing on a user should select him. So to do that, what we're gonna have to change, we're gonna have to take the logic of creating a group from here. This is creating a new chat room. I'm gonna take it from here, and we're gonna do it in user screen, because we needed two different logic in two different use cases. So this is gonna be create chat room or something like that. Then user. Then our user item will receive this function on press. Yes. And yeah, when we press here, it's gonna call the on press that is gonna come from our user screen here. Let's grab the navigation also because we don't need it here, but we will need it in our user screen. In our user screen, we're gonna need the navigation. Let's import navigation from React Navigation Native. We're gonna have to also take these two lines, the auth data store from Amplify and all our models, taking them from here, importing them in our user screen. Oh no, like this. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the others. Here, it's not the access to the models is not correct, so I'm gonna delete a pair of double dots because it's only one folder up. User screen, user. Create chat room. I would like to keep this function to create it more abstract. So this function should work with both creating a chat room with only one user and creating a chat room with many users. So I'm gonna have here a users array. This is gonna be create chat room with these users plus the user that is authenticated. And the function will create a chat room. Okay. It will connect the authenticated user with the chat room. Authenticated user. The database user. Yeah, here we should check if there is any database user. So if db user exists, then we should add it here. That's more correct way to do it. And then connect the users that are coming from this parameter, these users. We are gonna connect with the chat room. So we are gonna have to map through all those users. Map. For each user, we need to basically tell save to save as a chat room user. So to save as a chat room user, this is the call, right? So let's take this one from here. Paste in here. Oh, it's a bit tough. This one is not users, but it's user already. So for each user in our users, add it as a chat room. But because datastore.save is asynchronous, our user.map will return an array of promises. So a way to await all those promises to finish before going to the next step is wrapping them into a promise dot all. So this is the call. So we if we look from the lowest part to the top, the first step is to save one user in the, how is it called? In the database, right? I can actually extract this into another function to make it clearer for you. So const save user as, or no, let's add user to chat room. This is gonna be much more clear for you. So this is the call. Oh, not this one, but data store save this one. Add user to chat room, this one. This is gonna be a sync function, and our user and chat room is gonna come from here, user and chat room. So user and chat room, it's not new chat room because we rename it to chat room here. So we can do it like this, but because they have a same name, no. We're gonna make it to have same name, and because they do have same names, we can skip the value. It's gonna take it automatically. So this function is pretty basic, like it calls data store save, new chat room user, and passing in the user and the chat room. So let's use it down below. We can replace even this one. So instead of doing data store save, we're gonna call add user to chat room. Which user? The database user to the new chat room. As simple as that. So yeah, that function is gonna do the same thing as before. And here for user mapping, yeah, for each user we want to add user to chat room, this user to our new chat room. And again, because users.map will map to an array of promises, just because add user to chat room returns a promise that we need to await, we will start all this, the execution of all these steps. And by doing await promise.all, we're not gonna go to the next line, which is navigation, until all of these users have been added to our chat room here. And now I can delete this one here. Okay, with that, we have made that our create chat room be able to work with a list of users. So let's fix the issue that we have right now. For example, here, on press is missing because we didn't add a on press. On press, let's say on user press, and the user is gonna be this item. So let's implement this function here on user press. And here is gonna be the user on which we are pressing. It can be but yeah, where. Okay, so on user press, what should happen? Let's only handle the case that we had before, like creating a chat room with one user. So what do we need to do? This is gonna be a sync, of course. We will simply do a wait, add users to chat room, and which users? We're gonna add an array that will contain only this user, an array of one user. Does it work? Expected 2 arguments. No. I wanted create chat room, this one. Create chat room, and we send an array with only one user. And by doing that, we should be back to the functionality that we had before. Whenever I press on someone, for example, test, I create a chat room with him, hello. It will add me and that user to the chat room. However, whenever I will press on the new group, I should switch to a different mode where I'll be able to select multiple users, and then I'll have a confirmation button here at the bottom of the screen. Do we have a component for our buttons? No, we don't. Do we have any buttons that I can copy? Do we? I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna create a simple button here, a pressable, or should we do it as a component? Okay, maybe later if we will need it. A pressable, inside of that, it's gonna have a text, and the text is gonna do create group, save group, or I don't know, save group. So let me import from React Native here text and pressable. And here I'm gonna have two styles for the pressable style. Dot button, and for the text style, it's gonna be styles dot button text. Let's add the styles here, button and button text. So the button, first of all, will have background color. We need that. We need that, how is it called? The blue color. We should have saved it in a file with as a constant, just not to have to search for it every time. That's better. No, that's not better actually. I took it a wrong one. Home screen, no. Somewhere in components I'll find it. Message input. This one. Yeah, that's better, I guess. Where is it? So let's do some margin 10 and some padding 10 and align items center. Okay, I can do margin bottom. I can do even 20. Or we can fix this issue by adding the whole screen into a safe area view. I think that's gonna be better. If we import, because our button here, as you can see, is displayed under the this notch or this part at the bottom here. So if we use safe area view and replace our top view with a safe area view, now it looks better because we are sure that the button is not overlapped with anything there on the screen. So for the margin, I can do only margin horizontal 10, just to add this margins horizontally. And for the button text, color white, and I don't know, font weight, bold. Okay, and some border radius 10, and we are good to go. Not sure if it's based on the styles from Signal, but I'm pretty happy with it. What's going on there? Are people spamming? So okay, all right. So for everyone who is joining to right now and who missed the first part, in today's video we are continuing our signal clone. This is part 5 of our signal clone, and we are implementing even more bonus features. I think this is the biggest clone, and a lot of you have asked for this. So in the first video, if you remember, we have implemented some extra features like user status online, offline, when he was last seen online. Also message status for sent, delivered, and read. And also message replies. In today's video, we are starting everything with groups. We want to be able to create groups with multiple people to chat between them, have admin functionality, who is able to kick users and who is able to add more users. Then, based on your replies and votes, we're gonna go into pagination. We're gonna speak a bit about that, deleting messages, message reactions like and so on. And most probably we're not gonna have time for GIFs, but that's also something interesting. So yeah, at the moment we are still at the groups part. We are working on that. And welcome, you're very welcome here. Okay. Oh my God, I see here a cool story. Abhishek, hopefully I spelled your name correctly, is saying, I got hired as a React Native developer just by practicing and learning from your videos. Thanks a lot, Vadim. Oh my God, that's super awesome. Like messages like this, success stories like this means so much to me, and it shows the result of what I'm doing here, because I'm trying to impact as many lives as possible, not just having this as entertainment video or so on, but I just want to help as many people as possible to learn and get jobs, start their own projects, deploy their application to marketplace, start making money. And yeah, when I read this, congrats, what can I say? So let's get back to work. Which mouse should I use? This one. So we have here this button, but this button should be visible only when we press on this new group. So let's add a state variable that will specify if we are creating a new group or we are just creating a one-on-one group. So is, I don't know, new group, set is new group. This is gonna be use state, initially is gonna be false. And with that we can conditionally render this pressable with the save group, because we want to show it only if we are creating a new group. Is new group, like this. Okay. And now it's not visible, but for our new group button here, we're gonna send, let's add it to an arrow function here, because we want to render it and want to send some extra parameters. That's why we cannot send it directly, but we are gonna add it as an arrow function, and here we can add some more parameters. So on press, what should happen? We should set is new group with the inverted value of a existing is new group field. So if it's true, it's going to be false, and vice versa. This should be added to an arrow function as well. So let's go to our on new group button and receive a on press that we just sent. We're going to simply send it down to our pressable on press, save. And if I go to our screen here, if I press on new group, I see the save group button. If I press again, I don't see it. So, okay, this is the first step. The next step is the ability to select users. Ability to select users. Again, first of all, let's have a look at, from the UI standpoint, how we're gonna do it. We're gonna probably do it with a check mark, check. But I want empty circle as well, because if it's not selected, it should be empty. Circle, I don't know. Oh, this one. Maybe it's too. Check and design. Check circle. Oh. Check circle. Alright, and typo. Come on, need one empty. Circle. Circle, circle. Come on. Something good here. This one. Oh, check circle and just circle. We're gonna use these two probably. Yeah, this is the best. So it's from this fever. Let's copy it. And we're gonna add it. So here we have username. Right container, image, right container. It's gonna be at the end here. So let's import the fever from vector icons. Let's have a look here. Okay, for the color, again, I'm gonna use a lighter gray. 24 is probably too much. 20 is okay. And also, what? Also, we are gonna receive here is selected. So basically, is selected will have potentially three values, either null, null or undefined. Then it can have, where is it? False, and it will also be true. If it's false, we should display this circle with an empty. If it's true, we should display the check circle. So for that, actually, it's pretty easy. We can do it like this. So is selected. If it's true, then we're gonna render circle. Otherwise, check circle. No. Check circle should be here. And I can do here a default value of true. So if it's true, it's selected, okay. If it's false, it should be empty. False should be empty here. But if it's undefined or null, we shouldn't render it at all. because in that case, we are not creating a new group. We are just, we just want to create one-on-one groups. And in that case, we don't need them at all. So if is selected equal null, then we're gonna display it here. Or actually it's not null, but undefined. I think it's better. Or no, actually null. Okay, so if selected is null, we are doing it like this. Okay, so back to our user screen. Here we should send is selected to true, false, or undefined. Oh, no. Here is actually undefined. If selected is not undefined or null. Is selected. Are we sending here true? Yeah. So user item is selected. Is selected is gonna be if we are is new group. Where is it? If we are creating a new group, let's say for now is false, otherwise is null, or actually undefined. So in this case, we don't see them at all. If I turn on new group, I see them. But now, whenever I press on one of them, I should make it selected. So for that, we need to have a state variable for the selected users. Selected users, set selected users. It's gonna be use state. Come on, basically the same as these users. So we have this on user press. Right now, it just creates a chat room with that user. But with our new functionality, we should check in what mode are we. If we are is new group, then something else should happen. Otherwise, we are doing the same as we did before. But if we are right now creating a new group, when pressing on a user, we should either add him to the selected or remove it from the selected based on if it's already there or not. So let's add a function is user selected. This will receive a user and will return true or false if it's selected or not. So how we're gonna do it? Return selected users dot I think it's sum. Yeah, an array dot sum will return true or false if at least one element from that array fulfills the condition that we are gonna give here. So for each user var selected user, so if selected user dot id is equal to the user that we are searching dot id. So by doing this, selected user property selected user, not users, like this. So yeah, if at least one of the selected user have the same ID with our user that we are searching, that means that he is selected. So with this is user selected, we can go in our here, and instead of sending false whenever we're creating a new group, we're gonna use this is user selected of item. So if I create a new user, right now nothing is happening. But whenever I press on a user in this function, if I just simply set selected users to the Existing selected users. So selected users plus the user that we are pressing. Then we're gonna see that whenever I press on one of them, it becomes selected. Second one, selected. Third one, selected. But if I press it again, it does not deselect. It will actually add it 2 times there. So here in this function, we need to check if is user selected. We need to, if it's selected, remove it from selected. Otherwise, add it there. Otherwise, add it there as we saw here. Removing it there, set selected users, is going to happen by filtering the existing selected users. So selected user, we're gonna filter and keep in our array only the selected user that is different than the user on which we are clicking, ID. So if I press it right now on Jeff, no, you see, it will deselect everything except this one. So we're gonna change the condition here from equal to different. So right now, if I select more of them, if I press one more time, I deselect them. Perfect. And right now in the save group, I can add here also a number, which will say selected users dot length. By doing this, whenever I new group and I select, I see them here how many users I want to create a group with. Perfect. So one last step is to implement the logic whenever we press on this save group. But the logic is pretty simple. On press, let's separate. Let's give it a function name here on save, or just save group. This save group is going to be our custom function here. Const save group async. And what should happen there? We should simply do await create chat room and send there the selected users, right? Because our create chat room, we already have changed it to receive an array of users. Our selected users is an array of users. So by doing that, we call that function with our array of selected users. So let's have a look at that. Let's create a chat room with test and Jeff. Let's create it. Okay, it shows us test here, but if we go in our Amplify here, content, not sure how we will better understand it. Chat room. Which one is... have zero idea which one. Vadim and Jeff. Let's see the last one. Messages. No. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to understand which one we just created. Yeah, maybe let's have a look directly in DynamoDB. So back in our AWS Amplify console, here I can do API. And from API, I can open the chat room table. I will open it here. And I want to get the ID of this chat room. The new DynamoDB console, what are we searching? Chat room. Is it that one? Yes, it's this one. And where do we see the items? View items here. And this is the last one, right? That we just created. No, I don't think so. ID. Is it this one? Created at... No, it's not this one. Come on. I'm gonna... Yeah. This one created at today. Yes, it's this one. So I can take the ID from here. Let's copy this ID. And now let's go to our chat room user table. That will display all the users part of a chat room. So by filtering based on this ID that we just added, we will be able to, let's go to view items here. And let's do some filters. Based on this field, chat room ID. Chat room ID, type string equal to our copied ID, and let's run. And we see 3 users in this chat room. 2 users that we selected from the list, and the user that was authenticated. So now we know that we have created successfully a group, and everything else from the perspective of sending messages, receiving messages, updating them automatically will work as before. The red status will be displayed as red as soon as at least one user from the group has read it. So that's just to keep it in mind. All right. That's our groups. So yeah, I'm gonna implement some more features in a moment. Let's have a look at the chat. Do you have any questions, by the way, till now? Was that clear of how we created this adding a new group and so on, of selecting, deselecting, saving the group? Oh, come on. So I'm from Nigeria, and this course has helped me a lot. Please, can you teach us how to host our project? That's awesome. I'm very glad that you found it valuable. We will cover deploying it to markets in future videos. I'm doing that for the course, but in future, maybe we will do it on YouTube as well. The best tutorial on YouTube. We are working on the first part, but I'm here to say hi. Keep up good work. Thank you very much. I'm really glad and happy that this build is so interesting to you guys, and you're always pushing like, come on, let's do one more, let's do one more. Vadim, can you update us on the course? The course, already talked about that in the beginning of the video. For everyone who has joined the batch 0, the course, the first 2 modules, first one is the environment setup for Windows, and the second one is React Native fundamentals, where we cover all the basic fundamentals in order to be able to take even beginners from 0 to be able to follow along in the next part, which is going to be much more advanced and complicated. So this module focuses on these fundamentals. We are creating also a full stack project. I'm gonna send an email update about the project very soon. So yeah, these 2 modules are ready. I filmed them. now I'm waiting for the editor to edit them, and I hope that next week they're going to be ready and I'm going to be able to add them there. And after that, we will create the community, the private community, and from there we will get started. What is the theme of the course? The course is the full stack mobile development with React Native and AWS Amplify. It will have a similar style with my YouTube courses, my free YouTube courses, but it will go much more deeper into the features, into the systems, like a following system, like notifications, in-app notification, push notification, deploying your application to market, implementing a lot more in-depth and advanced features. Also, from a DevOps perspective, how to integrate automatic builds and updates to the store using CI/CD. So it's a lot of stuff there. It's everything that you would need to know as a full stack mobile developer. You can find the course at academy.notjust.dev or follow the link in the description below. Okay, let me see some other questions. So if you send the chat in the group, the other participants will get the message as well. Yeah, that's true. It will work similarly as before because of how we model the data. So in our case, the only thing that we had to do is change a bit the UI of how we add these groups. So right now, we're gonna go ahead and have ability to see the list of users from the group and something else. So in a moment, we're gonna get back to this. Belal, thank you very much for joining and for appreciating it. It's really cool to see we have implemented so many features for the Signal clone. Yeah, like I almost feel that it's like 90% ready, like to be deployed to the market. But no, actually, in order to deploy such an application to market, there is still a lot of things to do. Like we are only covering the most important and most exciting features of a Signal. This looks interesting and just got recommended to me. I'm subscribed, sir. That's awesome. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get back to our coding. So what I wanted to do next is gonna be seeing more information about the group itself. For example, seeing all the users in that group. Yeah, let's try to do it where. Yeah, I'm gonna run it again on iOS simulator here. And let me get some inspiration from Signal itself. Come on, Signal. Okay, where are the users here? Huh? Come on. Reload. Look what we're gonna do. When creating a chat room here, I'm gonna look if we have more than one user here, which means that theoretically it's a group. And in that case, I'm gonna add a chat room name. Also, by the way, the admin, we didn't say the admin there. Yeah. So admin, all right, okay. Okay, so let's do it like this. Const new chat room data is equal to this one. New chat room data here. Okay. Chat room here. Chat room. Where is it? Chat room. ID, new messages, last messages, admin. Admin. Yes, that's what we want. Admin. So the admin is going to be this database user. So because we need it there, I'm gonna have to query these things on top. Okay, we get the database user, and he's gonna be the admin because he's creating this group. Okay, the name of a group name. I'm gonna add if we are trying to create a group, which means that the users.length is more than 1 without us, then our new chat room dot name is gonna be a new group. New messages, admin. And our new chat room data dot, how's it called? The image URI will be, that's tough. We need some group image. So group icon, but not icon. Group un momento. No. Banner, I don't know. Something like this will work. So I'm gonna upload it to S3 just for you to also have it if we take it from here. So I'm gonna go to my S3 buckets. Come on. And we have there some dummy data, images, thumbnails, images, avatars. Yeah, avatar is gonna be okay. Let's upload. Where is our group icon? Here. And for the permissions, I'm gonna add it. You don't need to do that, by the way. Don't worry. Grant public access and upload. I needed to rename it. Come on. Can I do it here? Rename. Group. Save. And here is gonna be the URL of our image group. Have a look and add it as well. If I open it here, it should be okay. Yeah. Okay, so by doing that, we are adding users length. Okay. Now let's create this. Let's create a new group with these specifications, with our admin, with a name and the image. Okay, new group. I'm gonna select a couple of people from here, save group. And right now in our Amplify for the chat room, we should see what a chat room with an image. Image here. Yes, we see it. And with a name new group. So back in our, let's right now adjust our header here for the chat room to display either the image and the name of a chat room if they exist, or the image of our user in the case it's not a group. So back in our navigation chat room header, here is where we're displaying this header, right? So what are we doing here? We are chat room header. This is the ID of a chat room. We are never querying the chat room itself. So let's also save a chat room here in our chat room. Set chat room. It's gonna be use state chat room or null. Initially it's gonna be null. Let's import the chat room. What's going on here? It's not, yeah, comma, it's or. So let's fetch it. You know what? I'm gonna take the fetch users outside of that use effect. I'm gonna create a new fetch chat room, which is gonna be quite simple. It's gonna be data store dot query chat room with the ID that we have there. But we should also check if our ID is null. And when we get the result, we will set it in our state there. Set chat room. Let's work with undefined here. Okay, and also let's call it besides fetching the users. But we don't need this one because we already check it here. Okay, so fetch chat room. Okay. So for the image, let's check if chat room dot image URI is not null. Then we're gonna display the chat room image URI. Otherwise, we're gonna display the user URI, user image. So if I go to here for the Jeff, we see Jeff. However, if I go to the last one, probably with this one, I see the group icon, as you can see there. Same things for the name. So we're gonna check if chat room name. If it has a name, we're gonna display the chat room name. Otherwise, the username. So here, if I go to the last one, which is a group, I see the name new group. Same things should happen there, but yeah. Actually, this can be formatted as like this. So the URI should be chatroom image URI, but if it's null, fall back to this value. I think it's much simpler this way. Less characters. You know what else I want to do? In a group, if it's a group name, I want to add a second. I want to add a list of usernames. For example, if it's 3 users, they're going to be displayed under the group name here. So for that, we will need all users, set all users, use state. It's going to be similar to use state. It's going to be user array. Initially, it's going to be an empty array. When we fetch the users, let's do it like this because we had it already. Set all users to fetched users. And going here, let's have a function is group will return true or false depending on how many users are in this group. So return all users, length. If it's more than 2, it's a group. Otherwise, it's a one-on-one chat. And with that, we can decide what do we want to show: the get last online text or the get usernames. So if is group, get usernames. Otherwise, get last online text. So let's implement this get usernames function. Const get usernames. So this is gonna be all users dot map. We're gonna map to an array of just names. So user is gonna be user dot name, and we're gonna join with a comma. So by doing this, we receive one text, one string with all the usernames joined with a comma. Let's hope that it works. Test. What's happening there? What's wrong? I think that is group doesn't have to be a function. It can be a variable. If all users dot length is more than 2, so get usernames. I forgot to return here. Return all users. That's why it was like that. So if I go to the last one, test here, okay, I see a list of all the users from this group. But because our usernames are the emails, they're here like this. Yeah. So for this text, we can add here number of lines 1, and this will automatically add this ... at the end. And yeah, this way, if I talk with this one, we see the get last online because it's a group of only 2 people. However, if I look at this one, I see the group name, the group icon, and the list of group members. So let's do the same thing for this case here in our list of chat rooms. Where is it? In the components chat room item. So for the chat room item, do we have here chat room? Yes, we do have chat room. So the image will be chat room dot image URI or the user. And here at the bottom we see the URI of the group for the group. That's already better. Same thing for the name. Where is it? Username. So here we're gonna display chatroom.name name or user.name. So here we see the new group, and in other places we see the name of a person. Great. Okay. Now I think from the UI and UX standpoint, it's a bit more clear which one is a group and which one is just a one-on-one private talk. I think we're pretty far ahead, and I can do git add, git cam meet minus m groups, and then, but I still have some ideas for these groups to make them even better. Thanks for beginner lessons. Now I'm learning it and get motivation from you. Thank you very much. Thanks. I really appreciate that I can be of help to you. What theme are you using on VS Code? It's, I think, Material Darker, but if you want to learn more about that, I have created a video on my channel regarding all my VS Code setup. You can find it there. Hi Vadim, I'm building a Spotify clone. Where can I find an audio URI to test Expo AV? Did you check the Spotify clone that we have on the channel? If you didn't, you're in luck because we have done a Spotify clone on this channel. And yeah, you can find it there. Larry, that's a good question. How do we implement the logic of checking if a chat or group chat exists and not create new chat or groups with the same users? Yeah, that's a good question. We might stop to implement that at the end of a video. Like very fast how that would happen is in our users screen, users, where we create a chat room. Here we should, yeah, I still have this to do. If there is already a chat room between these two users, then redirect to the existing chat room, otherwise create a new chat room with these users. So in case we are pressing on the same user that we already started a chat, we shouldn't create a new chat room. To do that, we are gonna query. Should we do it right now? Maybe. We should what? Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about it and we'll see. Phone number authentication. Yeah, we can do that in future. A lot of people are asking for that. Okay. All right, so let's, the next step about groups, I want to add a screen that will show a little bit more information about the group. For example, a list of users. That's the most important stuff to see about one group. So let's add a new screen. Let's start to add the screens with folders, because usually my components and screens are inside the folder. So this new screen is going to be called group info screen. Group info screen. Let's add the group info screen.tsx and the index.ts that will simply export default from here. Default. And in our group info screen tsx, let's do React Native functional component export perfect group info. Okay, let's also in the navigation, in the index, add a new stack screen here. Yeah, we can copy the chat room stack screen here and add it below. It doesn't necessarily have to be below it. It should be somewhere in this stack navigator, and it's going to be chat room info. Components chat room info or group. Okay, it's called group info screen. Okay, let's name it like this as well. For the header, no, I'm not gonna do it the same. Simply like this. Group info screen. So whenever I press on this header, I should open the group info screen. So in the chatroom header here, chatroom header, whenever I press on the image and on this view, for example, that contains the text, so pressable, I'm gonna transform it to a pressable, and on press open info. Open info. Here, redirect to info page. But before that, let's import pressable from React Native, save. And what else? From Should we also do get the navigation, const navigation from use navigation? It's imported from React Navigation Core. And by doing that, I can navigate navigation.navigate to our group info screen. And also I want to pass the ID of a group. So the ID of a group is gonna be, basically the ID that we have here. Save. So let's try it. New group. If I press it here, yes, group info screen, back to the chat room. Yeah. Perfect. So now in this group info screen, what do we have to do? We have to first query the data about the group itself. I want to sneeze. Come on, come, please. All right, so in our group info screen, first of all, we need to query the data about the group. Okay, so data about the group, we're gonna steal from chat room screen. Here, chat room. We're gonna copy chat room. We're gonna copy fetch chat room. Yep. And we are gonna copy the this fetch chat room function. Route. Okay, and also the route from here to be able to get the ID of a chat room. So let's start importing stuff. Use state from React, chat room from our models here, use route from React Native Navigation Core, use effect from React, data store from Amplify, and that's it. I can do here, I don't know, chatroom.name. If I go here, new group, press, I see new group here. Okay, awesome. For this view, what I want to do here is render a list of users. Text, users. Styles.root. Let's add some styles. Styles. Style should create, and at least for the root I want to add a background. What's going on? No, style's not from here. We need to just import style sheet from React Native. Background color white, and to add some padding to the whole page so that it will look better. Yeah, like this. And also we can add flex 1 to take the whole page to be everything white. Perfect. And for the title, font size 18 and font weight bold. Save, new group. Perfect. I can do the same styles here for the users. Okay, but for the users, back in our chat room screens, we also have, here we have messages. You know where we had users? In the header, so in the navigation chat room header, Here we have this list of all users. We will basically need it as well in our group screen info. So all users will be here, and fetch users, we will take the same logic here. Fetch users, and let's call it here fetch users. Okay, we have all users. What we can do with them? Import from our source models, but it imported separately, so I'm just gonna add them in the same line. Okay, so what we can do with our all users is set, no, this part we don't have it. And this one we don't have it. Only set all users. And here we can display a flat list of these users, flat list, where data is all users, and where render item is gonna be item. We're gonna use the same component as we are using to display users there. So user item, user is the item. Save. Users, what's going on here? Users, user item. Yeah, but on press on selected vets, we don't need to send it. I don't understand why we all users. Let's add here the all users dot length 0. Why is 0? Fetch users data store query, this one. Yeah, let's import. I don't know why we didn't import, but it didn't crash our application, so that's good. Data store query, this one. Okay, where chatroom ID equal with ID. Cannot find ID. Fetch user with this route params ID. Yeah, now we see the users. For the title, I'm gonna add some vertical 10 just to separate. Okay, so we have 4 users here. It displays all of them. If I go in another chat room, we're gonna see also 4. If I go in a chat room with only 1 user, we're gonna see only 2. So basically, it's still a group, but it's with only 2 users. So doing this, we have ability to see the list of users from each group here. Okay, all right. What else? What else I wanted to do here? For the group. User item. In the user item, we can also display who is the current admin, right? So I don't know, username. Why do we have a username inside a row? I don't know. Why not directly like this? Yeah, it works. And another text that will say admin. And is admin will have a default value of false, admin. And we're gonna render this is admin conditionally. If we send the property is admin to true, we're gonna render it as with the is admin thing there. How do we do that? Here we need to send is admin a value, and as you remember, we have added in our data a relationship from our chat room itself to the admin user. So by doing chatroom.admin.id, if it's equal to this item ID, then we know that it's item.id, it's the admin. And here again, like this. So if I go to the last group, if I open the details, nobody is admin here still. Okay, but if I open this one again, does our chatroom have an admin ID? No, chatroom.admin.id. Let's see if it was saved correctly. Content. The one that has an image there, this one, new group. Does it have a chatroom users admin? It doesn't have an admin. ¿Por qué? User in the when we create the group, which happens in our chatroom screen. No, not chatroom screen. User screen. We attach the admin as the database user. But I think it should be admin with capital. Admin capital, yeah. Let's try to create a new group with Jeff, test, and save. And if I go now here, now I see that I am the admin because my ID, because my ID matched the ID of the admin of the group. So by doing that, yeah, we display who is the admin there. What else? Ability to delete users from the group. We can do that actually. Ability to delete users from the group. So const on user press on user, or let's do a confirm delete and delete user. We'll see how they go. So how will the user experience be with deleting? I think we will instead of complicating ourselves with some swipes or things like that, we are gonna simply implement the user delete on long press, and we're also gonna have a confirm deleting. So in the user item, besides the on press, we're gonna receive an on long press event, callback function, and on long press is gonna call on long press. And from our group info screen, like this, on long press, is gonna be confirm delete with the item, with the user. Confirm delete user item. And here is confirm delete user. So what should happen in confirm delete? We should use an alert. This is the simplest way to do it. Confirm delete. The message is gonna be, are you sure you want to delete? Here we can also add more details like user.name from the group. And then we have our buttons. The buttons is an array. And one button is gonna have the title. Delete on press is gonna call delete user on press. Delete user with our user there. User. Here let's simply do console warn deleting user. Title string on press void is not assignable to type alert button. No, on properties and title does not exist in alert button. Alert button. But how is the alert? Come on. Title message, callback or buttons. Type, alert type. Default, plain text, secure, login password. Callbacks or buttons. Alert buttons. Text, it's text on press and style, destructive. It's text, and for the style, it's gonna be destructive, to be with red. And we're gonna have another one with text. Cancel. Save. Let's long press on one user. Confirm delete. Are you sure you want to delete Jeff from this group? Cancel does nothing. If I press delete, I should see deleting user here. Perfect. From here, I can also do a check here, not to delete myself. So if user a.id is equal to chatroom.admin.id, alert can't, you are the admin, you cannot delete yourself. I don't know, something like this. And return. Save. If I long press on you're the admin, you cannot delete yourself. For the others, it works. So with deleting the user, when actually we want to delete a user, we're gonna do await sync delete user await data store dot delete. We want to delete a model. Which model? 1 second. Let's have a look at the Amplify docs. Come on, give me something. Data store. Do you see it? Libraries, data store. Delete. Yeah, we're gonna just send the user that we want to delete there. So if I delete Jeff from here, delete. And now if I refresh my chat room, my application, If I look at the last one, which, yeah, I'm already lost with everything here. We have so many of them. Let's try with this new group. 4 people. I'm gonna delete one of Vadim, for example, this one. Null is not an object. Chat room admin ID. I need to add here question mark, because in this case there are no admins. So let's delete him. And let's refresh. Yeah, what's going on there? Not Android. No. Something bad happened. Let's just restart our server. And let's close some of our tabs here. All right, going back here. Let's do npm start. Run iOS simulator. Come on. Seems like I lost internet on my device. What? Chat rooms. I did a mistake there. What's going on there? Oh, I think I know what happened. I think we just deleted all the chat rooms. Yeah, most probably we have deleted all the chat rooms. Not very good to happen that in production, but in our case, it's not a big problem. It's good because, yeah, we... Ohio, why did you change to Ohio? Signal clone. Notify reachability is yeah, like reachability is if you have internet or not. So whenever you move from not having internet to having internet, there is an event of this, and it notifies data store that like cloud is reachable, so that data store can start syncing with the cloud. It's coming from netinfo module, React Native netinfo, if you want to learn more about it. Let's open admin UI, see what's going on there. Content. chat room. Chat rooms are not deleted, but none of them have any users, I think. Let's check the last two. Chat room user. No, this one. Did it just delete myself from all the chat rooms? Let's start a chat room with why there are only these users. What's going on there? With test, okay. Let's create a group with everyone except me. Okay. What is happening? Okay, let's drink some water and think what's going on there. So screens. User screen. Let me just do a new group 1 to be able to distinguish which group we are just creating. So new group, I'm gonna create a new group with these two people. And that should be called new group 1. This one. And it has only those two people without the admin. You see, the admin is not even linked. What? Something related to the authenticated users, the database user from here. Hey, thank you very much, Sumu Miadip Pal. Thank you for your kind donation. So, okay. Can you check if you are still a user? Yeah, like something weird happened with our database user because it's null. Users. Yeah, I'm not user here. And that happened when I tried to delete. Oh. When I tried to delete a user from a group, it deleted a lot of things there. Data store delete user. And it automatically deleted other things from here. Okay, let's have a look at the documentation, Amplify docs. See what we did wrong, and then we will have to register once again. Libraries, data store, delete. simply pass in an instance. You can also pass predicates operator to delete multiple items. For example, we'll delete all draft. Additionally, you can perform a conditional delete. For instance, only delete if a post is in draft status. Okay. When you delete a parent object in one-to-many relationship, the children will also be removed from the data store and mutation for this deletion will be sent over the network. For example, following operation would remove a post with ID 123 as well as any related comments. That I think is the issue. Because we have a one-to-many relationship between a user and a chat room user. Where is it? Yeah, I don't see it here, but so a chat room user is one, but it shouldn't happen whenever I of course, yeah, whenever I delete. Oh, now I realize. So when what I read here is when deleting a parent object in one-to-many relationship, the children will also be removed. That makes sense because whenever you delete a user, we also delete all the chat room users because user and chat room user has a one-to-many relationship where a user can have multiple chat room users. So the user is the parent, chat room users is the children. Whenever we delete a user, it automatically deletes the chat room users. Because without a user, there is no chat room user. That's true. But here, what we deleted was not a chat room user. It was an actual user. So yeah, that was the issue there. Delete user. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit different. Group. Can we do here? Because we deleted the user completely, yeah. Yeah, before going there, we need to register once again. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna go I'm gonna log out, and I remember in our chat or in our home screen we had this commented out pressable, but I'll comment it out again. That will help me log out. And here, in order, let's open authentication and view users incognito. I just want to make sure that I have another email, or if I don't, I remove a user with the same email because I'm not going to be able to register there. Users, confirm support, Vadim. Which one should I delete? I think this one. Disable and delete. So now I can sign up with a new user here. Sign up. Let me get the confirmation code and seven, 9, 4, 2, 5, 5. And let's log in. Sign in. Perfect, we are back in with a new account. I'm gonna comment out again the logout button. I don't like how it looks, but we need it from time to time. So let's start a new chat with the test, for example. Hello there. Send. Oh, did it create if I reload? What? Not again. There should be a new user. Yes, it's this one. Messages, it has a message. But it doesn't have chat rooms. What? Chat rooms, name. Let's try a group. Was it with new group or new group one? New group one should be. This one? Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, I don't get it. Why it's not display here? Because if I look at this new group one, I see a chat room user support. Wait a second. Again, I don't see myself. Yeah, again, I don't see myself. Nice. Create chat room. Let's do here console log of user and then console log db user. And let's do if database user is null, then I'm gonna stop the execution here and I'm gonna simply alert there was an error creating the group. Because if I cannot add the authenticated users there, it doesn't have a point to create a group. There was an error creating the group. Let's check the logs. iPhone here. Sub. Where is the user attribute sub? This one. So there is. You are telling me that there is no user with this ID. User table. View items. We have. Oh, the good thing was that I could come here and set deleted to false and everything goes back to normal. Created at 09, this one. Isn't it the same ID? Yes, it is. Then why? are you not working? Yeah, the user is here. Maybe bypass cache here to true. Not to take it from cache. No, but the issue is not here because we are getting it. The issue is here. Data store query user with this ID. And I see that it exists. Weird. In home screen, we do the same. We are getting all of them. Let's not do this filtering. Let's comment it out. So yeah, we see them. The issues with this filter. Hola. Why is not working, Alex?
Because there is a map.
Most probably, yeah. I cannot. But it was working. Come on. It's in the user screen here. No, you should be there. All in one. Hello. Database user. Oh, I think I might know why. Or no. Ah, it hurts my brain. So here we have happens to all the devs, definitely. So this ID in our database is saved successfully. You have it there. It's here. Can you log in as another user? Let's try to log in with the support. Let's log out. And when we log out, you see we only do off sign out, but I also want to do data store dot clear. Maybe it was issues with data store there. Let's also wait. So I'm gonna enter again as Vadim here, and come on, I want to real. Oh, notjust.dev. What kind of com? And let's try to log out again in order to clear everything from data store. And now if I go back to notjust.dev, if I create a test, now it works. Yes, guys, it was the data store. And right now here, if I reload the page, I should see the new chat room. Yes. Hello. Hello. It works perfectly. And if I do a new group, I see all of us here. Oh, we are back to normal. All in one. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for teaching us. Thank you very much for your kind donation. I really appreciate it. You see, donation and everything started working as expected. So let's go back to where we were working. User screen. I want to clear here this console logs. The group name will be back to new group. New group. And yeah, now back to our screens, group info screen, because here is where we messed up. We deleted a user, but we had to delete chat room user, not a user. Let's do some console here. Console log user and console log chat room. I just want to see if we might already have a data there. So if I go here, clear everything, and try to delete this support. Are you sure you want to delete? Delete user. Okay, but where is the other console? Chat room. It has admin. Yeah, you see that we don't have our data about the chat room users here. So for that reason, we are gonna do it like this. Const chat room users is equal to await data store query. Basically, where are we querying the chat room users? Where in components? Okay, no, yeah, no worries. Chat room users, yeah, we are querying chat room user. Navigation, let's have a look there in the header. Where is it? Here. And we are gonna filter chat room user. We want only chat room users where chatroom.id is equal to our chatroom.id. And now let's do console.log chat room users. remove. Let's try, delete. Okay, here is a list of all our chatroom users. 1, 2, 3, 4. So by having a list of chatroom users, we can find by ID the chatroom user for this user. Actually, we can do it in one filtering. So where the chatroom user chatroom ID is equal to this one, and chatroom user.user.id is equal to the user ID that we want to delete. User.id that we are trying to delete now. Users to delete, or user chat room user to delete users, because this is an array, right? So let's do chatroom users to delete. Now it should be only one if I press delete. Array chatroom user, and it's this one with the name test. Yes, if I do on support, delete, it's this chatroom user with here where name support. Okay, so now instead of deleting a user, we actually want to delete the chatroom user at position 0, but only if it exists. So if chatroom users to delete dot length is more than 0, then delete it. Delete it with fire. So let's do it here. Let's delete test. Delete. And if I will refresh, come on, reload. Our, which one, new group? This one. Yeah, our new group doesn't have a test anymore. We can also automatically delete it from here, all users, because we know that we are deleting him. So we can actually do here set all users to all users dot filter user, or u, where u is equal, u.id is equal to this one, the user.id is equal or is different. I always mess up. So if I delete this one, which is not admin, delete. Didn't work as I expected. Let's create a new chat room. New group with everyone, group. So we are 5 here. Let's delete support. Delete. No, it's different here. So let's delete now test. Delete. Test is gone. And if I refresh, the info should be the same. I mean, reload. Where is it? Was it this one? Or no? Or this one? I already am lost. So yeah, like with this feature, we have a little bit more control over managing groups, not only creating them, but also deleting people, seeing who is in that group. And yeah, regarding deleting, we can also do, you know what? We can make this as an async function. Check if authenticated user is admin of this group. So let's check it. Okay. So check if authenticated user is an admin. So const of data equal await authentication get. Let's import it from where? From Amplify, of course, authentication. Dot get current authenticated user, and we can check if chatroom admin dot id is not the same as the authentication data dot attributes dot sub, which is the ID of the user. Then we're gonna do something similar. You are not the admin. You cannot delete. You are not the admin of this group. Save. So let's try right now to delete someone, and we are admin. We should be able to delete him. Delete. Perfect. However, if someone else was to add us in another group, I don't know, let's just create a new group here. Create. I'm gonna create it with a different name just to see it. User screen, new group 2. So let's go back and let's try to create a new one. Create. This is gonna be new group 2. Then I want to go back to Amplify console, admin UI, I mean, content. I want to find that chat room, this one, new group 2, and I want to delete the admin. I want to delete it from here. Basically, nobody is the admin in this group, just to test this feature. Save. Let's refresh. Reload. And in the new group 2, this one, nobody is an admin, you see? So if I try to delete someone, you're not the admin of this group, you cannot do anything. So this way we can limit who can delete users from the group and who cannot do that. All right. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover regarding groups. So we can do here git add, git commit, group management, right? Group management. Okay, all right. So, is there anything else that we need to cover regarding the groups? Because I'm thinking to focus this live stream solely on groups, and because we are already for 3 hours live, and I don't think that we can start another feature. So we either do something else regarding groups or we stop it here. So our groups are done. Let's do them. Deleting messages. I think we can do deleting messages. Yeah, deleting messages is not that complicated, to be honest. Let's try to do it. So in our in our chat room screen, we have this message. So whenever we will long press on this message, we're gonna try to delete it. So let's send there on long press. It will call the same logic as before. Delete confirmation. But we should also pass there the item that we want to delete. Okay, delete confirmation is gonna be a function here, const, that will receive the message. Okay. The chatting with contact lists, I'm not gonna do it today, but we might do it in future. I don't know. Larry, let's let people comment. Don't delete all the comments about contact list. We're gonna take it in consideration, but not today. Definitely not today. And yes, I read the comment. There is no need to paste it so many times. We'll think about it in the next videos. So delete confirmation. Okay, let's go back to our message here, and we're gonna need a pressable. Yes, we have a pressable, but we already have a long press there for the message. Thank you. You are a sweetheart. We have already there the long press set message as a reply. The long press will set the message as a reply. Like this. You know what I wanted to try? I wanted to show you guys how to work with, for example, in this case, when long press, I want to have different actions like delete or reply or comment or something like that. So there is this React Native action sheet. Is it this one? It's the one from Expo, I think. Action model. Yeah, this one. So the React Native action sheet will allow us to have an action menu similar to what we have in iOS. So let's try to use it. Okay, let's do it like this. So we need to wrap our top level component with an action sheet provider. Okay, that's in our case our app.tsx. app.tsx. Here, let's do it here. Action sheet provider. And it's gonna end here. Let's import it from Expo React Native action sheet. And then we can get access to opening it two ways, with higher order component. But I think with a hook is much easier. So we can do it like this. The logic will happen in our message.tsx here. So first of all, on top of our message here, we will need access to show action sheet with use action sheet that we're gonna import from our module. Save. And where is it? Show action sheet options. Open action menu. So the open action menu will do show action sheet with options, and the options are going to be const options and object with the options for this action sheet. So what options do we need there? The options, as you can see, is a list of buttons: delete, save, and cancel. In our case, we have reply, we have delete, and we have cancel. And the second one is our function that will okay, two more values here for the destructive button index, and our destructive button is at index 1. The delete should be with red, and the cancel button is at index 2. Okay, so this should be an object option with destructive button index and cancel button index. And the second parameter is a callback function, const on action menu on action press, and we're gonna receive the index of the action. So if we press reply, we're gonna receive here 0, delete 1, cancel 2. So we can do console warn for now, index. In here, I'm gonna send the on action pressed. So open action menu is gonna happen whenever we long press on an image, on a message. Let's open some of them here. Hola, send. And if I long press, I see a reply and delete. And cancel. Cancel does nothing. Okay, that's nice. So for the index, if index is 0, that means we want to reply. If index equal 0, we will call set message as reply. Set message as reply. Else confirm delete. Actually, going back into chatroom screen, we don't need this delete confirmation here. And we don't need on long press here either, because everything is gonna happen in the message here. Okay, console const confirm delete is gonna do what? It's gonna show an alert, confirm delete. The message is gonna be, are you sure you want to delete the message? And the buttons will be, first one is gonna be text delete on press. Oh, come on. Oh, I forgot here the comma. On press is gonna call delete message. A lot of functions, but we implement these all pop-ups, so that's why we need all of them. We can call the delete message right away, but I think it's better UX if you confirm this kind of stuff. And the other button is gonna be text cancel. The style here can be destructive. So if I press long press on the message, delete, I'll see confirm delete. Are you sure you want to delete this message? And if I delete, we're gonna call this function. Okay, so calling this function, what should happen? Should happen data store dot delete. And what should be deleted? We should delete the message that we receive as a prop, or the message from the state. Delete message. Delete message. And I can do set is deleted to true. And let's add the is deleted, set is deleted, use state. Initially it's gonna be is deleted false. And whenever we delete it, we set it to is deleted. But before that, let's await async set is deleted to true. And here, instead of message content, if is deleted, I will display message deleted. Save. Let's try right now. Hello. And if I delete the second one here, let's try to do it. Long press and delete. Error, data store, object is not an instance of a valid model. Model content data, okay, user ID. Why it's not message? Oh, message deleted. Why in that case it didn't work? Delete, message deleted. And the next time Let's delete everything here. Delete. This is the only message send. And now let's refresh to see if they are actually deleted. Come on, reload. This is the only message. Yeah, the rest are deleted and disappear from our life there. We should also, you know what? Make sure that this is our message. Is me. Because if it's not my message, I shouldn't be able to delete it. I shouldn't even have a delete button here. So reply should be for everyone, right? Cancel should be for everyone. So options dot no, I'm not gonna do it this way, but actually I'm gonna do it this way. And here if is me, options dot push delete. So right now we have it, but in a different group with someone else. I need a message from someone else. I'm gonna have to open the easiest way is to probably open the application in my account. So let me switch to a tunnel here, Expo Go. Try again. Come on. And let me try chat with support, because this is my phone. Hello phone. Look at this beautiful picture. Downloading it here. Okay. And it has been sent 2 times. Just because I pressed 2 times on the button. That is also an UX improvement that you can do, meaning that if you are already sending the message, whenever you press on that button, it shouldn't send it second time. So you should add one more check there for whenever you press this send button. So new updates available, downloading. Let's wait a bit. Come on, update, come on. Why didn't you say that I'm not on full screen? Sorry for that. Did you miss a lot? Hopefully no. Okay. Come on, downloading. Okay, so we have it. Yes. Hi there. Okay, I see it right away, the message we receive here. So if I press on my message, long press here, I see the delete button. But if I do it, cancel. But if I do it here, I can only reply. What if I press on the cancel? It does confirm delete. But you know why? Because we are checking here. Oh, yeah. Else if index equal to 1, then we do confirm delete. But that's tricky, to be honest, the way they implemented with index. Because right now, if I do cancel, it's still confirm delete because we don't have a delete button. Our index 1, the button at index 1 is this cancel. So we can either have the array somewhere outside and be able to map to understand which actual button we pressed. To be honest, I don't like this approach. We can yeah, I don't like it. The easiest way, there are a couple of options, like to hack it around, to have it there, and to map between index and values, but I will do it a bit different. So I'll move this one here. I'm gonna leave as it was before here with delete, like this. And if it's me, we're gonna call confirm delete. Otherwise, we're gonna call alert.alert can't perform action. This is not your message. Very polite. This is not your message. You cannot delete it. Can't perform action. This is not your message. Perfect. If I do it for mine, confirm delete. Are you sure you want to delete this message? No, I don't want to do it. Okay, that works. And one other thing is, yeah, in the subscription, you will also receive these message types, like if it was deleted or not. We can check here if message. Okay, let's move this if statement here. If and else if set is deleted. I'm doing this just because to be able to, let's do it here, delete. To update in real time the deleted message whenever it happens from another device. So if from my device here, I'm gonna delete a message, in our screen here, it should be automatically have. And also, whenever we delete, here we don't have to set it to the delete because it will happen nonetheless. So if I do here delete, confirm, message deleted. And I'm gonna try to show you how deleting a message on my phone will instantly set the message to message deleted here. So let me open the chat here. How are you? And I'm gonna delete hi there. So let's do delete. And you see here on my device, on my emulator, I already see message deleted right away, instantly. So yeah, I know that, okay, on, I wanted to say that your task, your homework would be to implement, to observe as many information as possible and to do updates in real time. Because we are not doing that everywhere. I just show you how you can do it for a message, to update everything in real time. But you can do it, for example, for this screen, whenever you receive a new message or so on, you can do it here to update the chat rooms automatically. So yeah, that's on your own. I'm not sure why these rooms are not loading. Do you know why? Why not of them are loading? Let's have a look there. Component, message, chatroom item, this one. Chatroom item, if user activity indicator. If there is no user to display, user, where do we set it? Set user. I think I know, because we deleted some things from there. We can do here, instead of that approach, another approach, like is loading, set is loading, use state. Initially it's going to be true because we are loading, and we will display the activity indicator if it's loading. If it's loading is true. And we're gonna stop loading whenever we, yeah, here probably fetch user. Set loading true, false. Save. Okay, now we see all of them. We support here, we have a chat. Yeah, perfect. Right now it works as expected. Badum. So what do we have finished? We also finished deleting messages. Deleting messages, finished. Message reactions would be actually so easy. Or should I do pagination? No, I think that for today, we have covered a lot of stuff. We have covered the groups, which we went in depth there. And also we have covered the delete message with the action list. So I think that would be enough for today. Can we use some logic to delete chat rooms? Yes, definitely. We can use the same logic to delete chat rooms. And because, as I read previously in the documentation, whenever you will delete a chat room, you will delete the chat room users. Does that mean? No, it doesn't mean. So when you will delete chat rooms, you will also delete chat room users. Are we able to chat users with usernames or email, or do they all appear on the same screen as users? Right now, the way we did it, whenever you try to start a new chat, we are displaying here a list of all the users. This can be improved, these screens, with having, I don't know, friend list to chat with a list of your friends, or with contact list to chat with your contacts, or by searching on email and so on. Like on different applications, this is different. So that's why I have here like just all the users to make it simpler. Can you show us the QR code? Do you want to crash my application? Here it is. Try it. Or actually, I think I can paste in the YouTube. Oh, Notjust development is live. Have you seen him? Man, he's doing such a great job. Here is the URL for the Expo. Oh. If you want to send some messages, send it to the support channel, to the user with support name. I'm gonna chat with you while we are here. All right, guys. So I think that's it for today. And what do I want to tell you at the end? All right, so I'm not sure if we are done with Signal Clone or if we will continue with even more features. What I can say is the next 3 weeks, I'm not gonna be here in Spain in my studio. I'm going to my home country, Moldova. So I'm not gonna be able to take all my equipment to stream there. So I'm gonna take a couple of weeks to spend it with my family and to work a lot, like almost all my free time to work on the course. Most probably I'm gonna do some short videos on YouTube if I'll have time and if my editors will have time. So if I manage to film these videos that I want to do by Monday, which is the day we leave, then we're gonna have some small videos on the channel in the next 2 weeks. However, when I come back, which is in the beginning of October, we have some very big plans. So better get prepared, build more projects and get ready because we have something exciting to announce. Something that will involve all of you and you'll be able to be part of it. So yeah, this is the plans for the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much for watching till the end. This is the 5th episode of Signal. It's crazy, the journey we went with this application. I'm really excited about this, and we might come back to it in the future. We'll see. But yeah, for now, see you in the beginning of October. Subscribe to the channel not to miss any future videos, any future announcements, updates, because we have some plans. All right, so that's it, I think. Shall we run the outro? Let's do it. So go check out this video, not this video. Okay, I always mess it up. This video, check it out. And continue learning, continue building, and I'm gonna see you soon. Bye bye. I'm so tired. I cannot even turn off a stream. Are you still here? Hello? Why are you still here? Why are you still watching?